chasing happiness and finding peace. I think we put a lot of emphasis in life in, we're chasing that happiness. We really want to reach a point where like, oh, I'm happy when I'm, X, Y, Z. And a lot of people have, I think some people are quite happy, and then other people were on that idea of chasing this happiness. And I was definitely on that idea of chasing happiness. Like I had things in my life that brought me happiness, but it was always like, well, when this happens or when that happens, it'll bring more inner peace and more happiness. And having it always just out of reach and like goal orientated or whatever it be, it always takes away from being presently happy. It always puts a cap on life. So I started practicing just chasing peace day to day and finding peace where I can. I've mentioned a lot, I'm a very time poor man. I don't have the luxuries that I used to in terms of just getting up and doing whatever I want for hours on end. And I do love my life. I'm quite a happy, fulfilled person. But there are moments where it's just like you need to do things for you that keep you in check and balanced. And for me, it's like staying creative and getting adequate exercise in and good food. And by good food, I mean, nutritional food. That's my baseline for keeping me mentally stable and well. But obviously my time is taken up quite a lot more now, and I don't have days just to do this anymore. I have like maybe a couple of hours each week to pursue these things. So setting these up and having allocated times for everything is allowing me to know that I can stay regulated by having, it's not like, oh, when I get to do this or when I reach this period. It's just, I know that there's a continuum happening that allows me to get what I need done. And that's going to bring me peace on my day-to-day. And then when I have that peace of knowing that something's locked in and I have my allocated times for it, and again, they're not nowhere near the volume as what it used to be, but I still have that bit of time for myself to do what I need to do to feel like me and give back a better me for everyone else around me. It's having everything in check that brings me peace, and that state of peace brings me ultimate fulfillment and happiness, because I know that it's not turmoil. I'm not like, when am I going to get to train again? When am I going to get to roll again? When am I going to get to go for a run? When am I going to lift? When am I going to go shoot? It's not all these things that are just like, I want to do. I'll be happy when I get to do it. If I know that my time's capped, so it's like, right, I'll just make sure that these days, 90% of the time are non-negotiable. These time slots, it's like, right, I'm doing this. This is where I'm going to get it done. And again, allocating that time, even if it's just a small window, again, brings peace. So I don't have to be chasing like, I'll be good when I can go back and roll like 3 hours a day, 4 days a week, or whatever, or go shoot, 2-3 times a week for 4 hours plus. It's just not going to happen for a very long time, and that's not going to bring me any happiness, and it's going to make me stressed out, and it's going to put me in a state of depression because I can't pursue things that make me me. But I can do it just at a lesser volume. So what I do, again, I've said what I needed to do. But locking those times in and having that peace is a much better state to be in to improve overall well-being and day-to-day happiness. Because I know, right, well, today, it's Thursday, I got to go shoot in the afternoon. That's fine. It was just for an hour on my commute, but I had that time and I'm fulfilled. And then I know, on Monday, I'm going to go get to roll. And on the weekend, I'm probably going to get a couple runs in. So all these boxes getting ticked, I know they're going to get ticked. So it brings me back and I feel at peace. It's not, well, I got 2 hours in the other day and I don't know when I'm going to get it. Like 2 hours shooting in the other day, just recreationally. But I don't know when I'm going to get it again. That's going to be turmoil for my mind. So just something I've been practicing again is just, I guess it's to do with a bit of scheduling and planning your life and utilizing your time better. But ultimately, it's chasing that peace rather than just chasing happiness. Oh, it'll be great when my kids are 14, 15 and they don't need me as much and then I've got way more free time. Yeah, I'd have more free time. That's a depressing thought. I want them to need me because it's the best. But you get what I'm saying. So, it's something to practice. Maybe just plan some things out. Be honest with yourself. If you're not going to get in quite as much time as you would, allocate time where you can get in what you can and then schedule it. And I promise you're going to have a bit of peace going on. And that peace is going to bring you more fulfillment, and then you continue that peace and that scheduling, and you're going to feel much happier about life. So that's all I've got for now. Godspeed, like and subscribe.